Hi, I'm Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy Segment Show. Also today in this segment I'm at the Henry Doorly Zoo and the Omaha Zoo Railroad and continuing episode 5 with part 2. What you see right behind me is Omaha Zoo Railroad 6035.
Omaha Zoo Railroad 6035 was built by Plymouth Locomotive Works in Plymouth, Ohio in 1957 and is the 65th diesel locomotive built by that factory and is a 40-ton diesel locomotive. It was originally built to run on 36-inch gauge rails. Also, it was originally built for the Bethlehem Steel Company in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Then it was acquired by the East Broad Top Railroad in Pennsylvania and was numbered M5A. Later, it was then used at a tie manufacturing plant in Springfield, Missouri and converted to run on 30-inch gauge rails. Then, in the 1980s, it was bought by a private owner near Springfield, Missouri and had it painted blue to resemble Thomas the Tank Engine a bit and had a plastic face on the front. And the locomotive was named Virgie after his wife, who is one of the Omaha Zoo Railroad's founders. And the face may have possibly looked like her. Then in 2008, it was bought by the Omaha Zoo Railroad and moved to Omaha, Nebraska. In 2017, it was repainted in the Chinese red scheme and made it look good as new and had the face taken down. Also, it had some upgrades done on it as well. Today, it is used as a backup locomotive when one of the two steam locomotives are out of service as well, but is mainly used for shunting also.
This is called a spike driver thing that was from Union Pacific. Looks like it was converted, and this is used for putting in new spikes at the zoo's train. And here it is today after it arrived. You could see behind me are a few speeders and carts that they use to maintain their tracks here at the zoo. And their history is unfortunately unknown, but looks like this yellow one is made for standard gauge. And yeah, I think that one right there, actually there's one flatbed. And here's, oh wait, there are actually two more behind this yellow one, and looks like they were both at the appropriate gauge. Okay, you can see behind me is the water tower used for the second steam locomotive the zoo has acquired, and it's small enough to fit through its water tank. The big one is for the bigger steam engine, and yeah, and that's why they use two water towers. You can see right behind me is the Omaha Zoo Union Pacific engine house, and this engine house is where they maintain all their equipment and their locomotives. And also, this is like an original one. I wonder how they, if it is an original one, I wonder how they even got it here. It would have been awfully difficult to move it here in one piece. Or maybe it was built from scratch is my guess. But yeah, I like how they use this to maintain their equipment. What you see right behind me is the water tower.
This water tower was built new for the Omaha Zoo Railroad, it looks like, and it has been in this spot for a number of years. Mainly today, they use it to fill the water into the original steam locomotive, which was built new for the Omaha Zoo Railroad in 1968.
You could see behind me is 2 of 4 of the cars the zoo has had, starting in 2010, and I think it was built around the same time the zoo began. And these are used with the Austrian train. And let me show you the other 2. You can see behind me there's one of the other 4 cars, part of the train that they acquired from the Portland Zoo, it looks like. And yeah, here it is today. It's been here since like 2010. Here's another one of the 4 cars that they acquired in 2010 from the Portland Zoo, built by this Crown Metal Products. All 4 of them that I was just showing you, all the other cars here are as well. And yeah, this car is part of the train that they use here. And here they are today, all four of them. You could see behind me is Omaha Zoo Railroad's car 102, named the Golden Spike, which comes after the Transcontinental Railroad's last. It tells you it's the last spike that was driven in 1869 for the Transcontinental Railroad in Promontory, Utah. And the Transcontinental Railroad started here in Omaha. What you see right behind me is car 102, which is the Overland Trail. It's also part of the first four cars bought by the Omaha Zoo Railroad. It's been here for a number of years since the opening, and it's been named after the Overland Trail because, yeah, and it's mainly used behind 119 these days. You could see behind me is car 201. They've had this car for a number of years, built by Crown Metal Products. And this car, as you can tell, it's the Union Pacific logo shape. And this car used to have the names of some Nebraska cities like Omaha, Kearney, Grand Island, Ogallala. And that's all I can remember when it used to look like that. And this one trails, and this car rides with the Austrian normally. What you see right behind me is car 104, which is named the Edward Harriman. It's named after Edward Harriman because Edward Harriman had something to do with Union Pacific. And today it's still part of the original set of the Omaha Zoo Railroad and used behind their original steam locomotive as well. You could see behind me is car 101. It's named the Grenville Dodge. This could be my guess because it's been painted over a long time ago. And yeah, this car is part of the original cars used for the Omaha Zoo Railroad here in Omaha, Nebraska. Well, I hope you all enjoyed learning about trains with me today in Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Also, I hope to see you all again in the next segment. And if you didn't subscribe to my channel yet, the subscribe button is just down below the video screen. Also, if you didn't give my Facebook page a like yet, here's where you can find it, as well as the Instagram page if you didn't follow it yet. And also be sure to get your merch at teesprings.com. Link is in the description box below, along with the Facebook page and Instagram page. And also, remember to subscribe to the Train Guy. So this is Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Signing out until next time, all aboard!